It's starting to cool off in Lancaster, California, but things heating up in USL League One action. Fort Wayne FC on the road at Lancaster Municipal Stadium to battle AV Alta. Crucial league points on the line. The 7-win AV Alta, 29 points on the table, 27 points and 7 wins for Fort Wayne Football Club. Can they handle business on the road? We'll find out. And first, a look back at last time out for Antelope Valley. They fell down south in Florida against FC Naples 2-1 on August 5th. It was just too much to handle against the Florida side. There were a lot of positives. This is Des Dunes at the spot, getting the job done, and he's been electric all year. They'll look to him again tonight to see if he can handle business. And Coach had so many great things to say about him on our call this week. Brian Clavin told me he's one of the best talents in League One, maybe in the country, and that's why he'll be our player to watch tonight for our coverage of this match. Jerry Des Dunes, an electric guy, so talented, led the team with 7 goals. He's emerged as their primary attacking catalyst, both facilitating and scoring himself. We'll see if he can get it done tonight for AV Alta on their home turf. And for this Fort Wayne side, a look at last time out against the #1 team in USL League One, Union Omaha. They really held their own and looked very good, but boy, is Union Omaha good. Look at that feed inside, a perfect strike and bend. And this is Ors Navarro who got it done. 2-0, the final, as they took the victory in that one on August 1st. Both of these sides coming off of a loss and looking to bounce back. And they'll lean on Tague Healy to get it done. He's been really good. 8 goals among League One's leading scorers. Scored just 44 seconds into Fort Wayne's first ever professional victory, setting the club record for speed. They will lean on him, and they're hoping he can facilitate on the road on the West Coast tonight and lead them to a crucial League One victory. The highlights, the scoring, the close chances, the top moments, the big plays. All of the action lives here, and we'll have it for you when we return in just a moment. USL League One.
In Big Bear, every moment becomes part of your story.
It's where you can find the perfect lake spot for your family.
Make your way along the trail for the first of many adventures. Or see a new passion spark in their eyes for the very first time. Where the sky reminds you just how big that story can be. Because Big Bear is where your memories are made. Where they're written. The best memories are made in Big Bear. Start your tradition at bigbear.com.
When it comes to healthcare, you want all aspects of your care to connect and to work in harmony. Introducing Southwest Healthcare, a comprehensive network of care working together to serve you and your loved ones. Palmdale Regional Medical Center is proud to be a part of this new, expanded system. Our goal is to provide high-quality healthcare services that benefit you, your family, and our entire community. Experience health in harmony today with the new Southwest Healthcare.
Toyota of Lancaster's Buy Local and Save sales event is on. Come down today to save big on hundreds of vehicles in stock. Cars, SUVs, trucks, hybrids, and more. We have new vehicles arriving daily. In the market for a used vehicle? Toyota of Lancaster has a massive selection of used and Toyota certified used vehicles to choose from. Drive with confidence in the vehicle you deserve. Bad credit? No problem. Toyota of Lancaster will make your vehicle purchase safe, simple, and fun. Shop online at toyotaoflancaster.com. Toyota of Lancaster. Buy local and save.
Moments away from kickoff at Lancaster Municipal Stadium, and what is going to be a crucial match of these two. Very important points on the line and the table in the midst of the USL League One playoff race. We go now for a look at our starting lineups. First, the home side, AV Alta, and who they've selected for this battle. Head coach Brian Clavin tonight selecting a 4-3-3 formation. And all of this begins with the goalkeeper, Denzel Smith, 57 saves, 5 clean sheets this season. I'm going to pay close attention to how Des Dunes, Almeish, and other attacking options from that midfield and Lade, Villalobos, Ibarra, how they are arranged and how they move down in that final third together. And the selection, the starting lineup for Fort Wayne Football Club. Mike Avery, the head coach, employing a 4-5-1 today. A little unusual. It's built around the goalkeeper, Bernd Shipman, a longtime veteran and very successful member of USL. A defense that has produced 7 total shutouts. Healy, Lillian providing Fort Wayne principal scoring threats, combined for 15 league goals as we welcome you back inside of Lancaster Municipal Stadium. It's still extremely hot. It is cooling off. It was over 100 degrees today, 93 degrees as we get ready for kickoff. AV Alta protecting a playoff position. Fort Wayne can potentially climb above the line with 3 points as we are underway in USL League One from Lancaster. Glad you're along with us. The ride between these two should be a really fun one. I'm Gabriel Schride. I'll have all the action for you. Ball rolled off right away. AV Alta trying to put it back to midfield. Fort Wayne, two sides that like to sit back, possess the ball, and try to counter and get on the attack. So an interesting clash of styles. Claben very proud of how this side has played this year and how they've adapted to his style. Truly a global football perspective, and the way they play feels like Spain. You see it from the largest clubs, the largest organizations in the world, and it's worked very well for AV Alta. Long ball, nodded into the air. AV Alta. Levanov sent that down to the corner and now cleared away. To midfield. Diaz tries to put it forward. Fort Wayne, a couple of quick connections, now the circle. Just beyond the center field stripe. JP down through the wing, knifes his way into the 18, and it's off over the end line. Just breaking this in. 7, 6, and 8, 29 points on the table for AV Alta. Fort Wayne 9th on the table right now, 27 points, 7, 5, and 6. Only 2 points separating these clubs. Feels like a pivotal matchup around the 8-team playoff line. Toyota of Lancaster, corner kick delivered short of the 6, knocked into the air, and Smith won't see a piece of this. He lets it go by. Goal kick for AV Alta. No official injuries reported between these two sides. Spoke to both of the coaches this week. Floated long over the top. AV Alta trying to possess, knocked away by Fort Wayne. A battle for it at the halfway point. Long down the line into the wing near the corner. Fort Wayne gets to it. This is sent into the 18 and possessed. Knocked off of a defender who has the ball. AV Alta stays with it. And preventing Fort Wayne from working down in the final third. Very well played. Nodded around, volleyed forward. Fort Wayne onto the ball on the arc. Roped across to the edge of the 18. Finessed in a shot deflected in traffic. Regathered by Fort Wayne Football Club. Fired long over the top. A little too much sauce for FWFC. Brian Claben, the head coach of AV Alta. Really, really great football mind. One of the best in the American game. 2 decades of experience developing players. Interned with Barcelona under Pep Guardiola, as well as Enrique. Studied with Argentina under Bielsa. 20-plus players guided through him into long pro careers. Araujo, Alvarez, Mendez. Worked with Chivas FC, LA Galaxy. He was the LAFC youth coach and a National A senior license. It's evident, though, immediately when you start talking ball with him, no one knows the game like Brian Claben. Really, a collection of coaches in League One that just are on another level of understanding of football, of the sport, of how to build a club and a fan base, and just understands the whole thing, forward, backward, and sideways. Really a brilliant football mind. Nodded away. AV Alta down to their own end line. Smith. Sent down to the edge of the 6. Fort Wayne takes it away. Xavier fires long, and Smith onto the football. Smith with an early play between the sticks for AV Alta. Really, really nice play to get on top of that. A quality look for Karmas. Former Atlanta United product. Fired off a great shot. Most keepers would be left standing. And instead, the sheet remains clean in California. Smith. Rolled that out, and AV Alta underway. Ball played defensively at midfield. Finesse that forward, harassed from behind, stolen by Fort Wayne, left off, sent into the 18, dispossessed for a moment and regathered. The floater long to the back of the 6, and just too much sauce. Looking for that final feed, the man from Pennsylvania, Ryan Betcher, right there. That's a look at Coach, who has been so successful guiding this side. Avery has led them since their inception in 2021. 3 straight division titles. Before that, head coach at Valpo and Cal State San Bernardino. Started his career assisting at Louisville and Notre Dame. He's been a great head coach for this side and built them through all the way into League One and helped them make this transition successfully, obviously fighting for the playoff line. Fort Wayne countering and now sent out front. Harassed by AV Alta. Xavier working the ball. Xavier across, down into the wing. Knifes his way to the end line and pinballed off a defender. This is out. Toyota of Lancaster corner kick awarded to them. Tig Healy headed to the corner. Product of North Carolina State. He was great with a Wolfpack. Originally from Southampton, New Hampshire. Healy sends it down to the edge of the 6. AV Alta trying to possess, in some trouble. Healy takes it away, floated deep into the area and nodded away again. Regathered and fired long over the top. This is goal kick. Look at our keys to the match brought to you by Big Bear Lake. Forcing the press for AV Alta. They've got to get them back and play well, keep them on their heel. Fort Wayne otherwise has to play direct, and so far they have. They've been up forcing AV Alta into uncomfortable, unusual situations. Very, very unusual to see AV Alta not just possessing the ball in this early stage of the game. We'll see how long they can keep that working for them. Corner, middle of the pitch is going to be knocked away initially and now cleared from alongside the 18. All the way beyond halfway. Fort Wayne to the keeper. Burned. Could be in trouble as this is skied. Shipman able to clear it away right in the face of Godwin Antwi. Believinoff sent that forward. Kaloyan gets it right back. He's from Bulgaria. Really nice piece for AV Alta. He's been great on that back line. The Panamanian playing pitch and catch with him as Valdo Lay gives it back. On the stripe, harassed. Just able to stay with that. How about the moves from 7? Des Dunes kept possession for AV Alta. Brian Klaben usually has nothing but good things to say. He has a lot of players he has a lot of faith in. Our conversations usually consist of talking about how successful these guys have been at adopting the system and how they've bought in and different changes that you very plainly could see as a casual fan to the club over time and how well they've developed and started to fit these roles. But caught me off guard with his high praise for Des Dudes this week. A guy who has just been electric since coming to AV Alta. Nasty move there, playing some keep away. AV Alta cutting it to the inside and lost on the edge of the 18 as he goes down. California native couldn't stay on top of it. Bahania lost it. Shipman starts us again for Fort Wayne. Knotted through beyond the circle, harassed from behind. Sent through AV Alta. They've got a head of steam and a long feed is knocked away. Fort Wayne just able to clear that back to the circle. Regathered Bahania Jr. Caesar down to the edge of the wing. Dished across Kaloyan. Believinoff. Way down in front of the bench of AV Alta. Antwi goes down. Chiavier is right there. The ball off of his teammate. Villalobos sent it to midfield. What a move. Good feedback to him. Des Dunes has got a head of steam. Left off in the 18 and intercepted to be cleared by Fort Wayne. Great play defensively by FWFC. And as their man goes down, hopefully he's all right. Big piece of contact as Healy goes down. Chick-fil-A, Lancaster, and Palmdale proud to partner with AV Alta FC. Eat more chicken with a new Chick-fil-A bundle, giving you a free original chicken sandwich, soda, and parking at every match. Check out all match tickets by visiting avaltafc.com or scanning the QR code. Knocked back in. Back underway. Sky downfield. Look out up in row F. Somebody's got a ball. AV Alta throws this back in quickly. Delivered across. Fort Wayne harassing Kaloyan. Believinoff gets it out to Antwi. Almost kept that alive right on the touchline. Both clubs on a 2-match losing streak and looking to reverse their recent momentum. Their first meeting back way in May on the 30th ended scoreless. Tonight's match just feels very decisive. Tabbed by the front office of the league, and Nicholas Murray is a match to watch this week. Sent long from the center field stripe. Healy's got it. Tague left off down into the wing. Fort Wayne wanted to sky that inside, instead delivered back out front. Dribble, dribble, dribble. Knifes his way through a pair of defenders down to the end line, harassed as he stays with it, and blown dead by our referee. Tune in August 12th for the Brinks Tires USL Cup quarterfinals. After 4 rounds of interleague play, 6 championship and 2 League One clubs remain alive as the knockout rounds begin. Catch all the action Wednesday, August 12th, starting at 7 Eastern on ESPN. Sent across, Alta trying to work that through. Lancaster side on the circle. Flipped that across. Fighting for the ball is Antwi as he'll return it to the back line. Quarter of an hour gone between these two sides. Still scoreless at Lancaster Municipal Stadium. Alta returns it all the way to Smith in their own 18. Speaking of the Brinks Tires USL Cup, USL going to become one of the first professional competitions in the U.S. to implement football video support during the final stages of the Brinks Cup. FVS during the final 7 matches, beginning with the quarterfinals on the 12th, continuing through to the semifinals and final. Officials from Pro and Pro 2 and the U.S. Soccer Federation have already completed all the training, so they'll use it to review goal or no goal, penalty or no penalty, direct red cards. It'll be very interesting to see how that works out. Getting off-site support from NEP on the broadcast integration and video operations. Through, fired, and just cleared in time by Fort Wayne. My goodness. Byrne owes that man a steak. What a play! Ball falls into the 18, rifled to the backside, and beautifully brushed away. Tiago Dias, the defender from Portugal, a showstopper. Des Dunes will deliver the Toyota of Lancaster corner kick. Bent long in front of the 6, nodded into the air over the top. Des Dunes was our player to watch of this match. 48 chances created, leading the league. Just a great ability to influence the match beyond his scoring ability in and of itself. Speed and one-on-one make him really dangerous in transition. Surrounded here, Fort Wayne able to get it out of there. The intercept, trying to knock that through, and called by our referee. Iger Beisch sounding the whistle. He's assisted tonight by Conrado Garcia, Mark Novosel, and the 4th official, Michael Almeida. Beisch running some politics down on the edge of the 18. And a quick word to the crowd for Fort Wayne and AV Alta. Shipman is ready. And an angle between the sticks. Long bend to the back side of the 18, flipped out front. Mahania's feed, volleyed twice, now gathered on the ground. Down in the wing again. Dribbling, wants to knife his way through. From the end line, backside, and knocked away initially. Shipman comes down with this out of the air. The German product who came from Forward Madison FC makes the play. Now Fort Wayne on the move. Healy, our player to watch for FWFC. AV Alta working to clear this away. And off near the corner. AV Alta proud to partner with US Outdoor Lighting, your complete source for outdoor lighting. Visit usaltg.com to learn more. AV Alta has scored 29 goals this season. Their man run down and the whistle. Throw incoming. Fort Wayne with the ball. Flicked over the top, tried to regather, and Fort Wayne does come up with possession. Tague has it just beyond the arc, fired to the left stick, and the save made by Smith down in the 6. He has been a highlight reel machine this season, play after play after play. Healy fired that, almost Bennett just perfectly. Had to put it in a box about 1 foot by another. Cuts it back, fired a weak one, loose, wanted to clean it up, and Smith again. A one-man brick wall. What an anchor for AV Alta. He is just playing out of his mind deep inside of the area. Antwi fighting for possession. Fort Wayne wanted the call. Jaden Smith, the Englishman. Floated back over the top. And as these two collide, Smith will throw in again. Second ever meeting between the clubs. AV Alta played most of the second half between these two with 10 men. Cavier gives it off to Shipman. That was something that both of these coaches and I talked about this week. Kind of left them feeling like they didn't get a true test. Fort Wayne fired, and another one. Smith is out of his mind. 4 huge saves in less than 4 minutes. Unreal. When the keeper is playing like that, how do you get through? Kabiru Ghaffar, the midfielder, a product of the University of Indianapolis, brought the heat. He had a really good opportunity. You're not going to have too many quality chances like that against this AV Alta side. Now, I say that, and Fort Wayne has created a lot of them early. My sense is that AV Alta will tighten up a little bit as this first half goes on, and certainly would think they will with some whiteboard time at the half. Good couple of passes. Now the long ball over the top. Antwi and Shipman come together. Burned makes the play and blown dead by our referee. Shipman, the height advantage, bailing him out. Veteran keeper, high level experience across League One, European competition. 90 appearances for Forward Madison. One of the most consistent stompers in USL. 14 clean sheets in 2024. This is Antwi again, this time harassed by Smith. Fought his way to the end line as he's bumped and goes down. Beich sounds the whistle. And what a spot this will be. Antwi bumping with Smith. Able to draw the call. A good draw by Godwin. And a great spot for AV Alta. Danger in this first half now for Fort Wayne. Six of those Joshua Green kits inside of the 18-yard box for the side from Lancaster. Leish allowing them to set up too strong just in front of him. Antwi will deliver. Des Dunes on top of the ball. Claiborne shouting down into the 6-yard box. A really good chance for Jerry and AV Alta. Des Dunes, low roller to the spot, fired off the boots of a defender, and it rolls out. Bahena thought he had it. Byrne gets some help from a teammate, and it remains a clean sheet. What a chance right off of the boots. I think Byrne kicked that himself. And immediately the double high five with Diaz. What a save. Toyota of Lancaster corner kick now for AV Alta. Back-to-back set pieces. AV Alta bringing the house on this trip into the final third. Fort Wayne's ready again. Strikes that short on the 6 and nodded away immediately. Regathered return to center field. Backside of the circle. Almost out of the pitch. AV Alta going to retreat to their own final third. Kaloyan. Pelivanov airs this out. Fort Wayne just going to boot this off onto the bench. AV Alta with possession just on the edge of that final third. We'll see what they do with it. Watch USL in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Go to USLChampionship.com for complete USL TV listings. AV Alta just beyond midfield in the stripe, returns it again to their own backside. And the Lancaster side to the keeper, a full reset. Only 2 points separating these two sides. AV Alta is just over the playoff line. Fort Wayne just under it. Trying to stop a two-match skid. Both clubs have lost their last two. Smith to Shipman could be trouble as it's booted up into the air. Misfired that. Bahena harasses Smith down near the corner and it's off. Ball with Fort Wayne. Fort Wayne recently added 16-year-old academy midfielder Johnny I, youngest player to appear professionally in League One history. The attack led by our player to watch, Tague Healy. Taken down for a moment, Cavier chipped that away and now sent long for Fort Wayne. Good feed forward. Popped off the boots, Antwi. Trying to run that off. He looked a little shaken up. At midfield, a bump. Des Dunes catches a whistle. Fort Wayne will put us back underway again. A lot of big milestones along the way for Avery, including this year, the first as a fully professional club in League One. Very happy with all the accomplishments they've had, the little things. He told me they're most proud of staying true to who they said they would be. They've got an identity, they've stuck with it, they've been community focused. Healy over the top for Smith. Defended well, Cavier tries this. Long ball for the 6, it's knocked into the air and off over the end line. Smith getting some help, good play defensively. Cavier put that right in there and unable to finesse it down into the 6, got some help. Ceja Gonzalez has been a nice piece. Cavier will deliver the corner as well for Fort Wayne. He's originally from Corunna, Spain. 2 seasons with Atlanta United 2. 53 appearances, 10 goals, some assists. A really nice piece there in the gateway to the south. Long bend to the 6, tried to heel that through, and it's off over the end line. Smith was parked right there on the stick, though. Perfect placement. Ball was deflected, and so another corner. Karma's developed in Spain with Deportivo La Corona. Before moving to the United States, he played collegiately with Oregon State and the Beavers. Selected the MLS Super Draft by Atlanta United and became a full pro. Cavier again from the corner. The Spaniard been out front of the 6, tried to nod that on goal, gathered by Bahena, who pops it into the air right down the end line. Fort Wayne's got it in the corner. Left off toward the edge of the wing. FWFC has to return it behind midfield to Smith. And Burned working with the ball. Knocked around, AV Alta. Tries to center, playing some keep away. Leaving off. Harassed a bit, AV Alta almost lost that, and it goes off over the touchline. Ball stays with AV Alta. JT4 proudly sponsoring the Green Wall Test, Tactics, Training, and Technology. JT4 has a multitude of potential career paths for those interested in the mission. Scan the QR code to see all available opportunities now with JT4. Sent long and off.
Come on down to the field with line dance.
Long floater knocked into the air. And this sent the other way with AV Alta. An 11-match unbeaten run this season for Fort Wayne. Mike Avery told me it never felt like they were flying. Try to be practical, keep it day to day. Almost boring is how he put it. Told me he doesn't watch the table or points or anything like that and just tries to pay attention to what's right in front of him, and said it just felt like business as usual. You know, you're aware of the stretch, you know the things going on in the media and around you and around the club, but you got to keep it business as usual, and really nice stretch. The longest in the league so far this season. AV Alta from midfield, bends this down toward the wing, knocked away. Right alongside the ambulance. Down through to the area, trying to roll that out front and take it away by Fort Wayne. Mahania fires the long bend and it goes wide of the stick. Shipman diving to make the play. The ball just outside of the goal. It's off over the end line. A sigh of relief for Fort Wayne. Cesar Bahania, a laser strike. He's already scored 3 this year. The University of San Diego product looking to make a mark. Miguel gave that off. Now AV Alta hauled in at midfield. Rutherford to Polivanov to Smith. Flicked across, AV Alta. What a move. Disgusting. Down through the circle. Rutherford. Antwi cuts it to the inside. Another nasty one. Fort Wayne working it out of there. They've got to stay after it. Villalobos send it to the circle. That's another really nice talent for this AV Alta side. You look at guys like Des Dunes. Villalobos. Here's Antwi again. He's got the sticks. Cut it through down toward the penalty arc. AV Alta's got it on the edge of the wing. Misfired the whistle. Brian Klaben can't believe it. Des Dunes was right there. Klaben pleading with the officials. They're not having it. Klaben still trying to argue his case. Smith saw about 5 shots in 10 minutes towards the first stage of this first half. Hold that thought. AV Alta through into the 18. On the 6, knifes his way through. A signature moment for Des Dunes. It's 1-0 in the 37th minute. Trademark that move. Jerry Des Dunes, a nasty play. His 8th goal of the season for AV Alta. Wow. That's exactly what this side likes to do. That's how they try to create their opportunities. The counter. They like to possess the ball. They like to try and break away, use the athleticism, the speed. Des Dunes is the man for this AV Alta side. He's their guy. And he gets it done. "1-0 in this first half. AV Alta leading Fort Wayne Football Club at Lancaster Municipal Stadium. Just a few minutes left until the break. We'll see what Fort Wayne does to respond, or if they just bunker down and take us to the break as we're back underway. Knocked away. Des Dunes. Coach Klaben told me this week, this is a guy who should be playing first division ball. Really special piece to this club. Mental approach helps the whole club every day. He doesn't hold anything back, and said, hey, it's a cliche, but the way you train is the way you play, right? Old saying. And he said, I know it's a cliche, but it's true. He's really bought into the system, and he trains 110% and plays 110%. Cavier was able to nod that forward. Fort Wayne puts it for the 18, and Polivanov cleared it out initially. Odd series of volleys. Fort Wayne wants to slow this down and regather. Couldn't take that away. Now dispossessed. AV Alta doing work. Intercepted. Fort Wayne fired that. It goes wide. Tague can't believe it. Goal kick. Smith has been really good anchoring those sticks. Great progression. A really good training environment for guys like Des Dunes, like Smith and AV Alta, and he's progressed at all facets of the game. Proficient, a great part of a unit, and you can't really target or isolate Smith. Claiborne says that he gives this side the confidence to play their game, and you can see why. A couple of times Fort Wayne was able to get through and break down that back line in the early stages of this first half, and Smith makes crazy highlight reel saves. Man goes down, immediately the crowd boiling over the call for AV Alta. Antelope Valley tried to deliver that to the edge of the 18. Fort Wayne bowled over. Believinoff keeps that for AV Alta. Antwi misfired down over the touchline. Love the identity of these two clubs. Both really cool crest. AV Alta, unmistakably Antelope Valley. Joshua Green, Desert Stand. California Poppies, the angles of the B-2 bomber right in the crest. Both players down, and hopefully they're all right. A word from Bashir, the referee. The Antwi's back up and good to go. And I just love the autumn black and gold of Fort Wayne. It represents Northeast Indiana. That crest, it brings responsibility. It represents the Three Rivers. It's unique and strong and just a great looking logo for the side. Sent long by Byrne. And as they collide, the call for Fort Wayne, that goes their way. Do yourself a favor if you haven't seen it yet. General USL League One fans and USL fans, soccer fans from around the globe, AV Alta fans, check out Goalrilla on the Fort Wayne Instagram. Long bend. This is knotted through to the 6. Loose down on the end line. Big collision. Still down. Ball still alive. Des Dunes fighting for it. This is cleared out of the 18. Pandemonium down inside of the area. Regathered. Fort Wayne. Long ball for the 6, and this rolls off over the end line. Smith doing work in the 6-yard box. I saw that Fort Wayne had posted before the match. They put up a video of Goalrilla and said he was tuned in from back home, so shout out to Goalrilla. Toyota of Lancaster corner kick for Fort Wayne. Waning moments of half one. We've almost played 3/4 of an hour between these two sides. Long bend for the 6, knotted on goal and poked into the air again by AV Alta. Another corner, long this time, well beyond the 18, and it'll roll through to the other end. Alta will throw in. Skied away from the wing. Ball is up there in outer space and now sent long. Beyond halfway, 2 minutes of added time on this first half. Alta will get to work. Volleyed backwards immediately through the air. Alta wants to return it. Vying for possession. This is skied long. AC Boise still in good position this season. A 4-point gap to Fort Wayne below the playoff line. They won tonight, 2-1. Took down Madison with a big win. They were leading 1-0 at the half, able to hang on and finish that. Union Omaha remains first in the league, 41 points on the table, a 3-1 win against Chattanooga tonight. Corpus Christi also picking up a 2-0 win. Big collision. Cavier stands by as the yellow shown. Smith and Cavier right there. Immediately Beisch flashing the yellow. Bahania slow to rise. So Smith suffers the yellow. And the right back from Coventry, England. That's the third of the season thrown at him. The kick from right in front of the bench. Bent down long toward the end line, kept alive. And the whistle by a referee. Offside, 2 minutes of added time on this first half was the call. Sending him back to kick from where the call was, Shipman. Long bend, and that will take us to the break between these two sides. Jerry Desdunes is showing off what he's got at home with his 8th goal of the season to make it 1-0 at the break. Antelope Valley is leading Fort Wayne FC. We've got a great halftime show in store for you. Stats and highlights from this first half, a look around the league, scores from around the league, and so much more right here. 1-0 at the break, 3/4 of an hour gone, 3/4 of an hour left to go. Will Smith hold? Can Bernd Shipman get it done for Fort Wayne? Will they produce a goal? Find out as we return from the break, and we have our halftime coverage next, right here between these two, Alta and Fort Wayne. Back at the break where it's 1-0, AV Alta leading at home over Fort Wayne FC. A thrilling first half of action between these two sides as they've sparred back and forth. We've got a great halftime show in store for you, starting with a look at our Team of the Week for Match Week 22. These are your top guys. Around the league, you can see Gutierrez played very well, John Brown up front, Evans and Medina in midfield. On that back line, Ramos always looking good for Chattanooga, Romero as well, and Marinelli tabbed between the sticks. Coach of the Week, Lee Veidman. That was your Team of the Week. For the Match Week, now I'll look at your Goal of the Week and your Save of the Week.
That was actually at the new stadium. That dude drops back. Almesh. Tangled up. Villalobos, top of the area, and scores!
Jimmy Villalobos had no mercy with this goal. The Richmond defenders lining up at a standstill. They didn't check their left shoulders. There's Villalobos, top of the area, steps up, has a hit, an impressive strike for your select USL League One Goal of the Week.
Haven't recovered since. Bulldog in the middle, rebound, just missed! That went off of Smith! Smith has been sharp all game long.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
Hay mucha fiesta, señor Martino. Hay sed de revancha, doctor. Pero falta gol y estamos esperando a un gol. ¿Hugo Sánchez? Sí, tira para adelante. ¿Quién maneja? ¿Un futbolista? Súbete, llegamos por fin. Ay, bendito sea el chapar, doctor. Hugo, ¿regreso a las canchas? ¿Algún consejo?
Sí, confía y cree en ti.
¡Ey! ¡Vas al norte! A donde me dé la oportunidad, pero listo para dar el paso. ¡Listo, vamos!
This is your moment.
Prinks tires in the USL help soccer journeys everywhere to drive harder. From city playgrounds to suburban sidelines. From early mornings to late nights. From fun with friends to winner takes all. From the biggest fan to the biggest heart. And at every turn, Prinks tires will be there for the long haul.
Back at Lancaster Municipal Stadium, 1-0 at the half, AV Alta leading. A lot of exciting action left this season for these two sides. We're in the middle of a very big battle, crucial table points on the line, but let's take a look at what's upcoming, starting with the home side, AV Alta FC. These are their next few matches.
It is time for the USL halftime update in League One. I'm Dan Lucas inside the USL studio with the headlines. Forward Madison's role continued into the month of August with another victory. Forward Ryan Carmichael scored a hat trick in a 5-2 win over Chattanooga, the first hat trick in club history. And Madison's home unbeaten streak has now reached a club record 11 matches. Earlier this week, big plans for Portland Hearts of Pine, a brand new stadium, not only a vision for Cassidy Point in Portland, now the club has acquired the land it needs for the project. The Waterfront Stadium will host the men's and women's teams and is expected to hold 9,000 to 11,000 fans. Wednesday the 12th, it's the quarterfinals of the Prinks Tires USL Cup. Charlotte Independence and Spokane Velocity carry the torch for League One. USL will perform its test run of football video support, allowing coaches 2 requests for video review of 4 areas: goal or no goal, penalty or no penalty, direct red card, and mistaken identity of a yellow or a red card. Upcoming national spotlight games, all on CBS Sports Network. Omaha hosting Richmond on the 16th. Phoenix Rising and Colorado Springs on the 19th, and that game is also on 2DN. And then Orange County hosting FC Tulsa on the 22nd. This is the USL Halftime Update. Let's get you back out to your match.
Insurance companies are not your friend. In fact, their sole job is to make certain you get as little as possible at a time when you need it the most. At the Paris Law Firm, we have a long track record of forcing insurance companies to pay you every penny that you're owed. If you've been hurt in a crash, call us at the Paris Law Firm so we can help you in your time of need.
Are you wondering who belongs at Antelope Valley College? Let me introduce you to some students.
Dreamers.
Career builders.
Transfer students.
Working parents.
Veterans.
Student athletes.
First-generation students.
In short, you belong at AVC.
We're here for you, so visit avc.edu and apply today.
Toyota of Lancaster's Buy Local and Save sales event is on. Come down today to save big on hundreds of vehicles in stock. Cars, SUVs, trucks, hybrids, and more. We have new vehicles arriving daily. In the market for a used vehicle? Toyota of Lancaster has a massive selection of used and Toyota certified used vehicles to choose from. Drive with confidence in the vehicle you deserve. Bad credit, no problem. Toyota of Lancaster will make your vehicle purchase safe, simple, and fun. Shop online at toyotaoflancaster.com. Toyota of Lancaster. Buy local and save.
The foam party having a good time in Lancaster, California at the Municipal Stadium. It's 1-0 at the break. That looks pretty fun, actually. Wish I was having a good time like that. We're going to step through the best moments from half number 1 right now and relive it all. Fort Wayne ready to go. Some whiteboard time for these two sides, and both of them headed in very different directions in this match. AV Alta is going to look to protect that lead. They're going to look to play more of what is traditionally their game in the second half. Fort Wayne looking to turn up the tempo. One thing I really liked, Mike Avery told me, hey, we like to make things happen. We're going to look to push the gas in this. They're going to look to push the gas in this second half. 1-0 at the break. Just a couple of extra moments between these two as AV Alta is ready to go at Lancaster Municipal Stadium. They're going to try to ride that home crowd advantage. Very strong supporters section and turnout, as always, in Antelope Valley. Three-quarters of an hour gone. 3/4 of an hour left to go. The game ball is ready for the action, and I hope you are as well. 1-0 at the half. I'm Gabriel Schrei, and we are ready to go in USL League One with half number 2 between Antelope Valley and Fort Wayne. Sent that off on the quick flip of the field. A lot of great action in this match week 23 around the league. Finesse that forward. You can see on screen Des Dune gifted this lead to his side in the 37th minute with that great strike we saw in the highlights moments ago. On the circle, Fort Wayne mismanaged that. Burned, has to sky it out. AV Alta possesses this on the edge of the final third. Des Dune, Jerry, Cuts his way into the wing. 2 defenders. Dribble, dribble, dribble. Harassed, and it's intentionally chipped off down near the corner in the wing. In USL Championship, Orange County playing Tampa Bay Rowdies. They started the season on a 12-match unbeaten streak. Kind of felt like they might walk their way easily through to the Players' Shield, but Orange County has roared up the Western Conference table. That was picked as the match of the week in Championship. It's 3-0 right now. He goes down on the call right away. Klaben can't believe it. And the card shown to Villalobos. Jimmy Villalobos suffers the yellow card, his 2nd of the season. Great spot for the kick. This is what drew the card. Really close. Either way, you be the judge. Betcher able to get the card shown to Villalobos. Cavier, the man from Corunna, to deliver the kick. Desdune tried to knock that away. It's loose in the 6 and off over the end line. Smith, stress-free moment. Goal kick, AV Alta. Also in Championship, Rhode Island, a 2-0 win. A 1-1 draw between Lou City and San Antonio. A rematch of the 2022 Championship final. Finessed that through to the edge of the 18 and skied downfield toward the circle. Pinballed around, fighting for this. From the back line, over the top by Fort Wayne. Knotted that into the air. Tried to finesse it forward to Desdune. Good roping feet across, collected. Inside and taken away. Ooh, what a move by Villalobos, who goes to Bahena. Around Cavier, again to Jerry. Slowed his roll and he goes down. Villalobos waiting to take the kick. Leish running some politics down on the edge of the 18. Leaving off. Down the touchline, harassed. Kabiru and Fort Wayne able to send this all the way back to the 18 of AV Alta. Second half off to a quick start between these two at Lancaster Municipal Stadium. Now the long bend over the top for AV Alta, all the way to Burn Shipman. Man, what a career Burn Shipman has had. Both coaches this week, just great things to say about Shipman. Long time in the league, really steady, stable producer. Fort Wayne went to Tague, and he goes backward. A bit of a reset. Cavier, the great facilitator, the Spaniard, tries the other side, down deep in the wing. A floater across, and this is beyond his intended target down the end line to the corner. Knifes his way through to the end line, and that's off. Goal kick for Smith and AV Alta. Morongo's latest club tier level exclusively for military members has arrived. Stop by Morongo Rewards with a valid military ID, The Hero Card, a key to a world of exclusive offers and benefits property-wide. Enjoy 25% discount and earn points redeemable for free slot play, merchandise, services, dining deals, and more. Scan the QR code on screen. It's been really cool to see the unveiling of the Portland Hearts of Pine plan to develop a new soccer-specific stadium at Cassidy Point. Still in the early planning stages. Projected capacity of 9,000 to 11,000 seats, and they have sold out the Fitzy indefinitely. Predominantly a privately funded project. They're estimating it'll cost over $50 million to build the new venue for the Portland Hearts of Pine. Then across over the top, Antelope Valley. Quick pump into, he goes to work. Long bend from just behind midfield in the stripe. AV Alta. Knocked away. Fought through and regathered by Antelope Valley's Des Dune. Bent that long to the edge of the wing. AV Alta to the front of the area, still fighting to try and regather possession. They've got it. Villalobos, center field circle. Pursued heavily, left off on the edge of the other wing now. Des Dune went inside along the front of the area. Brushed back to him from the front of the arc. Jerry, center field. No changes to our starting 11 for either side at the half. Same 22 on the field. Long ball over the top, kept away from AV Alta. Able to possess down in the wing, only for a moment. Taken away, Jerry into the 18, backside of the 6, gathered, stands on it, and fires this through. Goal for AV Alta. 2-0 in Antelope Valley. Miguel Ibarra. What a score for Ibarra. Jerry left it off for him, just able to keep his toe on the ball. And a laser strike. My goodness, just rifled that through. It's 2-0 Antelope Valley at Lancaster Municipal Stadium. That is your Snow Orthodontics goal. Beauty with class. Comes through the heart selling. Ibarra, you can tell that meant a lot to him. What a score. So early in the second half, AV Alta has taken a 2-0 lead. And that puts a lot of pressure on Fort Wayne. They're going to have to play outside of their comfort zone and turn up the heat even further. Now, they have poured on the shots so far. They had 11 at the break. They'll need to put on even more. Sent long through. Thrown long backward. Smith. Des Dune tried that over the top. Ball loose in front of the area. Oh no, Antelope Valley onto the edge of the 18. Dribble, 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 poked away. Bahania fighting for it on the arc. Fired just over the top of the crossbar. And to open the 57th minute, Fort Wayne survives another rush from AV Alta. They are feeling it at home. Select proud to be the official match ball supplier of USL. From grassroots through to the pros, Select there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest products, specials, and more. Select, it's the player's choice. Fort Wayne. They've had a really, really nice start to their tenure in USL League One. Right in the middle of the table. So many good pieces on this side. Definitely not somebody that can be counted out at this stage of the game. And obviously going to fight right down to the line for the playoff. They've got a very, very nice schedule left. There are some tough marks on that schedule. But things looking good for Fort Wayne. They've just got to stay with it. There's a reason they were able to go on an 11-match unbeaten run. Really historical start to their tenure in League One. There's a lot of things that I like about this Fort Wayne side, but it's something they have in common with AV Alta. It's the loyalty to the players, the development of guys. And that fires me up, and that's something that both of these coaches feel really strongly about. Fort Wayne has done a great job of keeping guys with them through their transition. League Two, now League One, that have developed so well and become true pros and crucial parts of this roster. And obviously that's the cornerstone philosophy for Claiborne, who has made a career in developing pro side players. Two coaches with a good eye for talent and building rosters. Finesse to midfield, floated back towards the 18. Fort Wayne, they've got it through to the penalty arc, tried to feed it for the spot. Foot race won by AV Alta. Floated across, they're gonna keep moving this. Antelope Valley, Desdune, grabbed at, wants the call and gets it. And Bice shows the yellow card. JP Jordan, the Keller, Texas native, suffers his 9th of the season. I don't think there's much debating that. Not worth stressing out over, just move on. Take care of business on the kick. Focus on the comeback. We've already played a quarter of an hour in this second half. It's 2-0 AV Alta. Desdune down to the end line, looks out front, it's knocked away by Fort Wayne. Toyota of Lancaster corner kick. Toyota of Lancaster, proud founding partners of AV Alta FC, driving Antelope Valley forward. Find out more, visit toyotaoflancaster.com today. Again, that's toyotaoflancaster.com. Corner is going to be roped to the edge of the wing. Alfredo sent it down low, and now it's cleared away by Fort Wayne. Burned and company just have to keep the ship steady. AV Alta bringing pressure. Chiavier got it across, now stolen away. Bahania all the way down into the wing. Desdune, dribble, 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 wants to knife his way around a defender, leaves him on skates. Caesar with a move. Hits the brakes for a moment on the corner of the 18, still with it. Ortiz. Alfredo, a really nice match a couple of weeks ago at home for AV Alta, and has continued to have kind of a quiet but crucial season for this club. He'll bend it across. Aerial play to the edge of the wing, taken down by AV Alta. Antelope Valley harassed from behind. They stay with it. Flicked down to Ceja Gonzalez. Diaz has had a nice match so far for Fort Wayne. AV Alta almost able to stride through with that. Loose beyond midfield. Polivanov will recover it. Tiago Diaz, somebody I spoke about with Coach Avery this week. A big rock in the back, a big captain. Really high ceiling for Tiago. Coach is excited about how he's developed. Desdune fighting for his life on the touchline. Look at that defense. Good footwork by both as this is kept with AV Alta and returned all the way to their own back third. Back to work. Jerry intercepted. Left off. Diaz push that across. Fort Wayne. 11 shots in the first half. Struggling to possess in the second half so far. Javier. Tague. Left off in the wing alongside the 18. Into the 6, and it skeeters through down to the other end. Another chance. Short side of the 6 and knotted away by AV Alta. Javier. Finesse that across to Diaz. Tiago. The give. Trying to fight his way to the end line. Just got it around, but cleared immediately by Desdune. Back to Shipman. Tiago leaves it off. He came from Texoma. Really a reliable young guy, a big piece of this roster. Down into the wing. Jordan is the one who came from Texoma, excuse me. This is sent to the end line. Out front, knocked around. Almost cleared. Tague fires a shot. It's deflected away on the spot. Returned, and the two-handed save. Smith. Give that man an action figure. Are you kidding me? Fired through. Throws his body through the air. Two-handed glove save. Just unbelievable. That means the Toyota of Lancaster kick awarded to Fort Wayne. Javier will deliver. And the change now. Jeremy Garay coming on, the Woodbridge, Virginia native, replacing Emerson. Lillian Recall. Smith, another big play. Just unreal. Lillian Recall has come on for Kabiru Gafar, the Indiana native from Indianapolis. Rellerford needed a moment. Looks like he's good to go. And Smith is going to start us again. A quick word from Beisch, our referee. He's assisted tonight by Conrado Garcia and Mark Novosel. Our fourth official, Michael Almeida. Sent long, Shipman back to work. First time these two met, it was a really tough match for AV Alta. double road trip. Bad first half, in the words of Coach Klaben. The red in the 46th minute put them down to 10 men and had to play short the rest of the match. He told me they learned from that match, though. They did take some lessons in spite of it being weird, right? Playing down a man and trying to force them into mistakes by pouncing on them close to goal. Well, you've seen that work out. Now coming into the back stretch of this match in half two, Fort Wayne needs to find a way to hit the gas. Delivered that across and teed up. Gary, this is through and covered again by Smith. He just feels like a commanding presence down inside of the 6. Fetcher shadows him until he clears it away. Fort Wayne left off into the wing. Recall tries to send that inside, and it's off over the end line. Corner kick coming. There's the delivery, rolled to the edge of the 6, knocked into the air by AV Alta. This is loose out front and a little too much for the liking of our referee. Villalobos. The spot just in front of the 18. He's on a yellow. Villalobos in the 47th minute suffered his second yellow card of the season. Needs to be careful. 69th minute, halfway gone. It's 2-0 AV Alta. Fort Wayne has now generated 15 shots. Possession still just about an even split, 51% Fort Wayne. This is one of the best chances they'll have in the remainder of this match. Capitalizing here would be massive. Just off the arc, Chiavier and Tague standing by with the ball. Antwi and Des Dune standing with him. Jerry is right in there with Healy and Karmas. Traffic control for Beisch, who is having a word with AV Alta. They're building a 4 or 5 man micro wall with those Joshua Green kits. Looks like they'll let him have 5. Pelivanov will be the centerpiece of that, the big guy. Antwi split off to the side. Behania just in front of the spot. Healy and Chiavier. Dished out front of the spot, fired in traffic. It's going to be tipped over the top and off the front of the stands. And the finger wag from the touchline in celebration. The corner coming immediately for Fort Wayne. A great opportunity, good trickeration on the design play. Tried to roll that across in front of the arc and let him have a cleaner shot. Fort Wayne now another chance for a set piece. Sent long, FWFC knotted away by Pelivanov. Gathered out front, Fort Wayne back to midfield. On the stripe, chasing him and almost able to get to that. It's going to be sent down across to the touchline. Still alive. Center field stripe. Des Dune harassing him. On the move from halfway. Hits the brakes and cuts it inside. A swarm of defenders for AV Alta. Healy left that off for Diaz. Floater for the 6, and it goes long over the end line. Soccer season in full swing. SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of USL. Get all of your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek, your tickets, great seats. The change coming for AV Alta. Mabumu Alassane came from Cotton FC, a 22-year-old from Benin, entering his first pro side opportunity in the U.S. system. Joined Benin Premier League with Cotton FC in July of 2022 at just 21 years old and guided them to back-to-back Premier League titles. He's also an international at the youth level. Featured in the U20 Africa Cup of Nations and competed in the African Games in Ghana as well. Mabumu coming on for Godwin. Thomas standing by for the change as well, the midfielder from Whittington, England, Jack Thomas. Looks like we'll also see Oyatunde. Ball off. On the edge of the wing, Des Dune vying for possession. Down the end line, this off. Wanted to go out front with it, Shipman. Holding Mabumu down near the fourth officials table. Healy steals it away. 3 waiting to come on, and they're holding Mabumu. New Mexico United beats the brakes off of Monterey Bay on CBS 5-2 tonight. That's gone final. Tampa Bay winning 3-0 against Orange County. That's gone final as well in the USL Championship match of the week. Impressive showing by the Rowdies. Union Omaha remains the #1 team in USL League One with a 3-1 win in Chattanooga over the Red Wolves. Forced the Red Wolves to play down a man starting in the 23rd minute. Cavier left it off, harassed by Mabumu, who's onto the pitch. From the circle down to the wing. Out front of the 18. Diaz. Fort Wayne streaking down for the end line. Great play defensively. Antelope Valley. Mabumu roped it back and now cleared through the air. Tried to sky that to the circle. Diaz going to send it behind the midfield stripe. Rolled that to the edge of the wing. Off the defender. Still alive on the end line as it pinballs off. Corpus Christi, the Sharks with a win over the Portland Hearts of Pine 2-0. AC Boise, a big one against Madison. They took down the Flamingos 2-1. Knoxville, some late drama against Sarasota, 2-1 the win. And of course, Charlotte, who's #2 in League One, the 1-0 victory over Greenville. Only 100 changes coming here. Thomas coming on for Fort Wayne. That's Almeish coming on. He'll replace Bahena. Adams been really good this season.
Entering the match, number 9,
Joaquin Acuna as well coming on for AV Alta. Corner coming, the Toyota of Lancaster corner. A good opportunity for Fort Wayne. A Woodor has come off as well for Fort Wayne. J.P. Jordan, who came from Texoma, standing by for the corner. 5 Fort Wayne kits inside of the 6-yard box. Some traffic control for Beisch. He's satisfied and gives the whistle. The corner bent well out front on the arc. Stepping away, Chiavier able to maintain possession, harassed by Mabumu. Oyetunde went down to the end line. Floater for the 6, and Smith, another play in the air. Wow. What a big night for Smith. My man owns Lancaster Municipal Stadium as Desdune hits the e-brake. Big Bear Lake, a proud partner of AV Alta FC. Visit Big Bear Lake, where moments on the pitch and in the mountains become tradition. You can start your moments by scanning the QR code to learn more. Again, that's Visit Big Bear Lake. Tries to knife his way around the defender. Love the autumn gold and black road kits. Looking sharp and Cali. Hollywood, if you will. Through midfield, a little bumping there. Left off down the touchline, and Mabumu goes down with a whistle just beyond the wing. Able to draw on prime territory. Time growing small as we've entered the 80th minute between Fort Wayne and Antelope Valley. Ben over the top, back of the 6, leave it off, just wide. Kaloyan was right there and just couldn't watch that one drain home. If you can't watch the match, turn on SiriusXM FC 157. It's North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Also, you can hear live matches from USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on SiriusXM FC 157 and the SiriusXM app. Harassed from behind, just down the touchline and kept away. On the end line, floated out of there. He goes down to the call. Fort Wayne. Acuna, the University of North Florida product, on his first pro contract. Just came on. He was ASUN All-Tournament, ASUN All-Freshman, UNF Male Freshman of the Year. Had a great collegiate career before turning pro. Recall tried to put that through to the backside of the 6. Fort Wayne sees this roll off over the touchline. Left off on the edge of the wing. Finesse through, tried to push that to the end line. Fort Wayne, skied, front of the 6, knotted loose, and AV Alta lets this go. Clavin still looks fired up down on the touchline, but he has to be thrilled with how his side has performed in this one. This good battle between Antelope Valley and Fort Wayne. Fort Wayne skid, looking like it'll become 3 matches, but again, with an 11-match unbeaten streak, not that far in the mirror, and where you're at on the table, first year in League One, you just have to find a way to grind out the back half of the schedule. Nothing to worry about yet for Avery and his side. Cavier tees it up. Sent through Fort Wayne. Cavier is such a silent, great facilitator for this Fort Wayne side. Fort Wayne's got it on cue. He fires this. It goes wide, deflected away, just in front of the area. Mabumu making the play defensively. Cavier is going to be a really important piece as long as he's a part of this roster. Super talented guy. He was electric for Atlanta United too. Somebody they were proud to have, to develop. And he's been a great piece all year for Fort Wayne. JP Jordan stands by as this is floated through. Knotted away from the 6. Regathered and given to Karmas. Cuts it back on the arc. Sent for the 6. Knotted away. AV Alta tries to keep that rolling. Fort Wayne will regather. Down in front of the area. FWFC for Tague. Healy cuts it for the end line. Centering feed, knotted away. Regathered, JP Jordan dead on. Floated for the 6-yard box. Again volleyed out of there. Cavier hammered that one. See up in row Z. That thing skied out of the venue. Quick change coming for AV Alta. Des Dune, who scored way back in the 37th minute, heads to the bench. His day is done. Wynham comes on for Des Dune. And Jerry getting it a wave to the crowd. Brian Clavin, a quick word for his guys. Ibarra scored in the 54th minute. Gave AV Alta this 2-0 lead as Smith will kick us back underway. Down through AV Alta, Maish offside. Bajado has come on as well for Villalobos. Jimmy suffered that yellow card. It really limited his ability to do his thing. AV Alta on the counter, working their way into the final third. Antelope Valley knifes his way to the end line, and too much on this. USL Championship and League One are on CBS and ESPN all season long. Catch live matches, expert analysis every day on CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN+. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for complete USL TV listings. Fired a howitzer and deflected away on the end line. This cleared out of there beyond the wing. Fort Wayne vying for possession. This rolls off in the shove. Beisch comes over to try and clean this up. The late shove now trying to break this up, as we've got a little bit of extra activity down on the touchline. Hang on, guys. I know it's hot. Let's see what happened. It looked like a late shove in real time. This is what started it all. A little bump, maybe a jersey grab, and some salesmanship on display. Got me, Rellerford, going down. Well done. Betcher and Rellerford still having fun. Rellerford to throw in. Betcher not happy with him, wants him to throw it in. And some professional time wasting. Clock is moving in Antelope Valley. Frustrating for Fort Wayne. Long throw in down to the wing. AV Alta vying for possession, stolen and sent down to the edge. Fort Wayne gets it moving, but only for a moment. Taken right back by AV Alta. Aerial play. Can't make the connection. Yellow card shown to Rellerford and Betcher on that. Excuse me, Oyatunde. Fourth yellow of the season for Oyatunde. Fifth of the season for Rellerford. Thrown long, knotted away. He goes to the turf. Gathered by Almesh. Pickpocketed. Sticky boots for Fort Wayne. Long feed down to the edge of the wing. The Autumn Gold looking inside. Knifes around a defender. Left off to the front of the six. And can't tee it up, but it does roll to the other wing. Regathered. Cavier walks it towards the area. Floated inside and cleared by AV Alta initially. That'll take us through to the 90th minute. Certain to see some added time on this second half. The question is just how much stoppage will we play? Fort Wayne through to the 18, left off alongside the area. From the wing to the 6, knotted left stick and battered away by Smith again. Have a day, Mr. Smith. What a game he has had over and over and over again, making big plays. Quickly from the corner, Healy fights through a defender and a laser strike saved by Smith again in the same spot. Got onto the ball on back-to-back opportunities and drop kicks it out of there. Finesse through, AV Alta, 2-on-1 chance. Down alongside the 6 and perfectly buried. Antelope Valley. As we wrap the 90th minute, it's 3-0 on the goal. AV Alta makes it 3-0 at home to wrap the 90th minute against Fort Wayne. What a score, a 2-on-1 chance. Beautifully done. Almesh, stone cold with it. He waits the second goal of the season for Joaquin Acuna. The UNF grad gets the big hug down on the end line and celebrates with the fans. 3-0. And it looks like we'll eat a W with Joaquin. Acuna to wrap the 90th. And we're already into the 92nd. 5 minutes of stoppage between Fort Wayne and AV Alta at Lancaster Municipal Stadium. So 3 points are headed to the back pocket of AV Alta. They entered at 7th on the table. 29 points. That'll put them up all the way through to 32. Spokane entered the weekend with 32. Now they had a match that's postponed against Westchester. They'll both be tied. They were in the 5th spot. AC Boise won and jumped to 34 points. Avery, a quick word, coming over to speak with coach, and the yellow shown to the bench. And Beisch throws the yellow, and the crowd in Antelope Valley loves it. Floater knotted around. That postponed match was not, it's the other New York club. I'm sorry, it's the Cosmos, not Westchester. Thrown long over the top. Fort Wayne tried to finesse that through. It's cleared away from the 6. Taken back, Cavier leaves it off across. Recall down to the end line, too much. Knoxville good for 36 points on the table as they won tonight 2-1. Taking down Sarasota. Charlotte won, they've got 39 points, trailing only to Union Omaha, who has 41 after their 3-1 victory over the Chattanooga Red Wolves. We'll get a look at the updated table and standings at full time. Knotted around. Cleared from the circle by AV Alta. Dish that across to Diaz. Tiago intercepted. And making the move, AV Alta's man tripped up and draws the whistle. Knocked away from the edge of the wing. Long ball, Fort Wayne. Gathered up by the Autumn Gold and sent to midfield. Cavier dished across. Down building out toward the final third. About to wrap stoppage time. AV Alta visiting the Cosmos of New York on August 15th before returning home to face FC Naples on the 22nd of August. Get tickets on the AV Alta website now. Fort Wayne, I'm sure Gorilla is waiting for them to return home. Knotted away twice by AV Alta, and that takes us through to full time. Next, for Fort Wayne, they take on the Red Wolves at home on the 15th of August, then visit the Portland Hearts of Pine on the 29th. Clavenside wins at full time, 3-0. First class victory against Mike Avery and Fort Wayne Football Club. And Fort Wayne looked good on the road tonight, just struggled in key moments. And AV Alta makes a couple of really nice moves, a couple of really nice big plays at the right time to find a way to get it done. The man from Trinidad and Tobago, the Pepsi clean sheet. Very, very nice, keeps it scoreless. And that's what's going to make him our Morongo man of the match. Very impressive performance for Denzel Smith, the goalkeeper for Antelope Valley. He was red hot, got it done from start to finish, and it just felt like he was unstoppable this entire match, making big saves. Even after the first half, he'd already made 5 unreal plays between the sticks, kept it going through the second half, and helped power AV Alta through to the clean sheet and the big victory. 3-0 your final score. Full-time stats, highlights, our play of the match, our save of the match, and so much more. We return with final thoughts and coverage right here at Lancaster Municipal Stadium between AV Alta and Fort Wayne Football Club. Back at Lancaster Municipal Stadium at full time, 3-0, Antelope Valley taking the win over Fort Wayne Football Club on their home turf in impressive fashion. From start to finish, a wild performance between these two sides, but Antelope Valley looked dominant at home. Let's watch the top moments, top plays, and all the highlights from tonight. This is how we got to the full-time results, starting with this. Backdoor, Des Dune hooked up and just buried. Perfectly done by Ibarra. Look at that. Top corner. It was deflected, but no stopping that. And Miguel scores. 64th minute. This is our save of the match. Hammered off a defender. Return, and Smith, an unreal play. That is your JT4 save of the match by Denzel Smith. Moving on, 78th minute. As if that wasn't enough, Fort Wayne over the top, and what a play. Smith flashing the gloves, going aerial. 90th minute. Not done yet. Flicked through to the backside and buried. Perfectly done. Really good patience by Almesh. Finds Acuna, and Joaquin gets the score. His second of the year for Antelope Valley. And that takes us through to a 3-0 final. Your full-time stats. 21 shots, 8 on target. Just a shot after shot after shot performance for Fort Wayne, who can't find a way through the brick wall. Our player of the match, Denzel Smith, he was unbelievable. They possessed the ball 56% of the time. They had 13 corners, over a dozen chances to generate a piece there. Just couldn't find a way to get it done. We saw a lot of cards, 4-1 on the offsides, and now we'll look at the table. So here's why that was so important. Those points pushing AV Alta up through, above the playoff line. They're out ahead of the Red Wolves of Chattanooga. It leaves Fort Wayne just under that red line. And AV Alta will look to continue to climb the table as Fort Wayne will move on in their schedule and say, how do we get over that red line and get into playoff contention alongside Antelope Valley? I'm sure they'll find a way. A fun one in USL League One, a crucial battle for the playoffs for these two sides. It's a foam party, and it's 3-0, the final result for Antelope Valley. The big win at home for them. Congratulations to AV Alta. and we'll see you next time. For Fort Wayne, for Alta, all the fans and our whole crew, I'm Gabriel Schreiss saying so long from Lancaster Municipal Stadium, the home of Antelope Valley. 3-0, your final score.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.